And like a garment misstitched, I never sat right within myself after it happened. So when things happen to children, for me, at 5 and at 7, and after the female predator experience, I was confused. 7 years old is too young to have our sexuality awakened. And besides that, I always felt very macho. I felt like a boy inside. Compared to my friends, I felt too big and I felt male. And then with the female awakening experience, an attraction began within me towards females, which I was terrified of. And then the drinking started at 12. So alcoholism really entrenched. And by the time I was 19, I saw a woman who had breast implants, and she seemed so vivacious and happy. And I thought, if I only have this surgery, then I'll feel like a girl, because I didn't have, I was very, not very endowed in that way. Never was a problem for me, but I somehow thought having implants would make me feel like a woman. And in fact, it just made me more depressed, more anxious, and attracted attention, male attention, that scared me even more than I already was. So I had serious depression, anxiety, mental health issues, and massive depression. So that never solved the problem with me. And I reflect now in that if I'd had huge pressure on the outside of me, mirroring back that I was indeed a boy in a girl's body, that would have confused me even more. Absolutely. Because as a person, just trying to figure out, who am I? What is my purpose? And then to take the very core of your insides and say that those aren't right either. So after I became, with the plastic inside my body and the saline from the implants, the estrogen was sloughing off of the plastic into my body, disrupting my hormones, creating all kinds of imbalance inside of me. And by the age of 25, I decided to have them removed. And in fact, I wanted my original body back. I did not want this modification anymore. And I'm so grateful that it was only implants, but the marring and the scarring was very real. I was extremely low body fat, and that caused more trauma for me. 2 times going into my chest. And they had put them underneath my chest wall, so they had to pull up the muscle off my chest wall and put those implants, and so put the implants inside, and then they had to do the same thing. So basically, nearly open heart surgery, close to it, just above my heart. So I wish that I had never put myself through the traumas of those surgeries, and that I would have known that I am beautiful and I'm a precious girl and tomgirl, which I still am. So we are beautiful as we are. And if you are feeling these kind of conflicting thoughts, talk to your parents, Talk to a safe person, your teacher, like somebody safe who is not trying to push any kind of their thoughts, their plans upon you, but just supporting and loving you and affirming you as the divine identity that you were born as. And in Canada, it's now become words can be a hate crime that can make us imprisoned for life here in Canada. That was just passed. So I'm telling my own story here. This is my own identity story of how twisted I was because of the SA that occurred at 5 and at 7, and then all the gaslighting of identity of, that there were things that were wrong with me. Things happened that were wrong to me, and I wasn't able to talk about them. So keep talking, keep reaching out, and I love you, and God loves you, and you are born perfect as you are. You are born perfect. And wait until you are an adult to make any decisions. And our brains aren't even developed properly until about 26 years old. So wait till then before starting any kind of permanent changes to the body, because you can't reverse it. Once certain changes are made, they are irreversible. So just have some patience. Life is long, and you are beautiful as you are. Hope that helps. Have a beautiful day.